everyone, my name's Lauren. Today I'm going to be teaching y'all a warm-up routine. For this routine, you're just going to need your water bottle in an open space. We are doing some of the exercises on the ground, so if you have a mat, that's awesome, but if you don't, you are totally able to do this without any equipment. So with all that being said, we're going to go on ahead and get started. Our first exercise is going to be calf raises with arm circles. So for this, we're just going to start really with small arm circles, and then we're gradually going to get bigger. Awesome job. Really make sure your back is nice and straight, your core is engaged, focus on your breathing. You're doing great. Awesome, we're going to switch rotations of the arm circles in 3, 2, 1, switch rotation. We're going to start small again. Then we're going to gradually get bigger. Awesome job. Our next exercise is going to be a side step with an overhead press. Join me in that in 3, 2, 1. Side step with overhead press. For this, you can add a little bit higher intensity if you want and add like a pulse at the bottom for the overhead press, but that is up to you. Really focus on keeping that back nice and aligned, nice and straight. This is just the warm-up, so we don't want to cause any injury. Awesome job. Perfect, keep breathing, keep that core engaged. Our next exercise is going to be a lunge variation with an arm reach. So you're just going to be doing a little bit of a lunge as you're reaching up nice and high. Join me whenever you are ready. Really focus on your breathing for this. Go at your own pace, nice and controlled movements. Awesome job, keep it up. Alrighty, our next exercise is going to be lunges with a kickback. So for this, you're going to be going into a nice deep lunge position, really making sure your form is nice and good, your shoulders are up, your knees, front knee is not past your front toe. And then when you pop back up, you're going to do a kickback. We're going to do 15 on each leg. Join me whenever you are ready. Really drop down, kick back. Really focus on stability. This is not a race. This is your warm-up. Please go at your own pace. You are doing great. For stability purposes, you can put your hands on your hips or you can hold onto a chair. It is up to you. We got about 8 more left. Come on, keep pushing. You got this. Really drive that leg back as you do that kickback. 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. We're going to switch to that other leg now. Like I said before, really focus on form for this. Really make sure that front knee is not going over that front toe. Awesome job. Really keep that back nice and straight. Be sure you're breathing. Got about 8 left. Keep it up, you got this. 5, 3, 1, awesome job, shake it out. You just did great. Our next exercise is going to be a curtsy lunge with a bicep curl. So for this, the curtsy lunge, you're going to want to stand shoulder width apart and then bring that right leg or your right leg back and then drop that front knee down and do a nice diagonal position. Drop down and pop back up. And as you come back up, we're going to be going into a bicep curl. We're going to do 15 on each leg. Join me whenever you are ready. Really keep your back nice and straight. Focus on your breathing. Really curl your arms in as you drop down. Five, 3, 1. Awesome job. We're going to switch to that other leg now. If you need to take a break at any point during this video, please feel free to do so and just press the pause button. I'll still be here when you press play again. Really make sure you're doing nice and controlled movements. Focus on your breathing. You got this, all right? Five, 3, 1. Awesome job. Our next exercise is going to be a squat hold with a tricep kickback. For this, you can go at any angle you want of the squat. You can do a deep squat, whatever type of squat you want. If you want, you can also do this on a chair, whatever you feel comfortable with. So you're going to hold the squat position. Then you're just going to kick your arms back, really working all those tricep muscles. All right, join me whenever you are ready. If you want to add a higher intensity, you can add a pulse at the top when you bring your arms back. Awesome job. Really focus here. You got this. Focus on your breathing. If you need to take a break and stand and shake your legs out for a minute, that's totally fine. This is your warm-up. Awesome job. Really challenge yourself here. You got this. All right, we're going to be moving down to the mat in 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. If you want to pause here and take a break, that's totally fine. If not, join me on the mat whenever you are ready. Our first few exercises are really going to be targeting our adductors and abductors. So for this one, we're really going to focus on our abductor muscles. So you're just going to be laying on the ground like this and moving your leg up and kicking it back. Kicking it up, excuse me. Awesome job. Really focus here. Nice controlled movements. If needed, you can put a towel underneath your elbow for extra support. For stability, you can put your hands on your hips, well, your hand on your hip. Awesome job. Really keep focusing here. You got this, all right? Awesome job. We're going to be switching to that other leg in 5, 3, and 1. Awesome job. We're going to move on over to that other leg. Perfect. Same thing as last time. Just kick your leg up. Put your hands on your hips for stability. You got this, all right? Be proud of what you've done so far. You're over halfway done with this warm-up, all right? You got this. Keep going. Awesome job. We're going to be switching to our next exercise real soon. 5, 3, and 1. Awesome job. Our next few exercises are going to be targeting our adductor muscles. So for this, you're going to be laying in the same exact similar form, and you're going to be bringing your left leg over. And what you're going to be doing is you're just going to be pulsing your right leg up. You should really start to feel this in your inner thigh. Just keep going. If this movement is too uncomfortable, feel free to just leave your right or your left leg back and just pulse this leg up. Put your hands on your hip for stability again. Really just focus on nice and controlled movements. Awesome job. All right, 5, 3, and 1. Amazing job. We're going to be switching over to that other leg. Perfect. Like I said before, you can have your back leg either over your front leg or you can hold it behind. It does not matter, whatever is more comfortable. Awesome job. Keep focusing here. You're doing so great. Be proud of what you've done so far. Awesome job. Really keep this movement nice and controlled. Great job. We're going to be switching to our next exercise in 5, 3, and 1. Awesome job. Our next exercise is going to be a side plank with a rotation. So you're going to be holding a plank here at your knees. You're just going to be taking your right arm, you're just going to be rotating underneath. Join me whenever you are ready. A higher intensity could be at your ankles, but it is up to you, whatever you feel comfortable with. Like I've said before, this is your warm-up, all right? Just be proud of what you've done so far. Awesome job. All right, we're going to be switching that other side in 5, 3, and 1. Great job. Switch that other side. Really make sure you're focusing on breathing, keeping your back nice and aligned through this movement. Like I said before, a higher intensity, you could do the plank from your feet. Awesome job. Really keep focusing here. You got this. Really rotate nice and down. Complete that rotation. We're going to be switching to our next exercise in 5, 3, and 1. Great job. Our next exercise is going to be a plank hold. So for this, you have multiple variations you can do. You can do a high plank push in a push-up position. You can do it at your elbows, or you can do it on your knees, on your elbows. Whatever you feel comfortable with. Join me in 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. Make sure your back is nice and straight in whatever position you are doing. Drop to your knees in a high push-up position as well. Just really focus on keeping a nice back alignment. Awesome job. We're going to be switching to our next exercise in just a little bit. Keep pushing. You got this, all right? Our next exercise is going to be bird dogs. Join me in bird dogs in 3, 2, 1. Bird dog. So for this, you're going to be in a tabletop position, and you're going to be reaching out your opposite arm and your opposite leg and bringing it back down. Nice and controlled movements here. If you want to add a higher intensity, when you can bring your opposite elbow to your opposite knee together. Awesome job. Keep pushing. You got this. Be proud of what you've done. You're so close to being done with this warm-up. Really focus on nice and controlled movements. Awesome job. We're going to be switching into our next exercise in 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. Our last few exercises are just going to be really stretching all those muscles we just worked so hard on. Our first stretch is going to be child's pose. So for this, you're just going to be bringing your hips back and really stretching all those muscles. Really try and reach with your hands out. Try and reach nice and far and really sink down into your hips. Awesome job. As we sit here, maybe try and reach a little bit further. But if at any point any of these stretches cause pain, feel free to pop back up and redo it. Awesome job. Our next stretch we're going to be heading into is upward dog. So for this, just going to be looking up out to the sky, really stretching all those core muscles we worked. Awesome job. Really focus on breathing here. Bring that heart rate back down. Awesome job. Alrighty, our next stretch is going to be pigeon stretch. So we're really going to be targeting all of our adductor muscles, So you're going to be bringing this knee forward and just really getting a nice stretch in there. I'll show you from this angle. Really just crossing your knee over, just leaning in, and really feeling a nice stretch. Awesome job. Really focus on breathing. You guys did so good. You've absolutely crushed this warm up. Be so proud of what you've done so far. We are so close to being done. Alrighty, next we're going to be switching to that other side. Great job. Really make sure your back is nice and straight and you're looking straight ahead, taking nice deep breaths. You got this, alright? Awesome job. Our next stretch, is going to be downward dog. So for this, you're just going to want to be popping up and making a nice little arch. Really driving your hips back. And while you're doing this exercise, we'll also pump out our calves because we worked hard on those at the beginning. Awesome job. Really drive those hips back. Great job. Next, we're going to be standing up for our last few exercises. So feel free to take extra time to stand up. You do you. This is your warm-up, all right? Our last few exercises, we're going to be stretching all of our adductor muscles. So take a nice wide stance and just really lean in and feel that stretch. We're also going to be doing a tricep stretch while we're stretching our adductors. Awesome job. You can pop back up if you want. We're going to be switching to that other side real soon. Awesome job. Make sure you feel a nice deep stretch. Like I said at the beginning, if you feel any pain, pop back up, go back down. You should feel no pain during these stretches. Awesome job. We're going to be switching over to that other side. Awesome job. All right, next we're going to pop back up. We're just going to reach over and get a nice stretch right in here. Really focus on your breathing. You can breathe and then pop back up to center, whatever you feel comfortable with. Really get a nice deep stretch. Awesome job. We're going to be switching to that other side. Great job. Awesome job. And to end our workout, we're just going to do 3 nice deep breaths. Inhale, exhale. Awesome job, guys. You absolutely crushed this warm-up. I hope you have a great rest of your day or a great workout after this. Be proud of what you did for this warm-up. You all did amazing.